Hi, I'm Alan. I'm your technician at Shrewsbury Honda Centre, and today we're just doing a couple of short videos just to help out with a bit of maintenance of your motorcycles. So washing and cleaning is going to be the first video, and obviously then we'll go through daily checks and then also weekly checks and basic maintenance of lubricating and adjusting the chain driven bike. Right, so first of all, ideally with your motorcycle is you would like to wash, dry and clean the motorcycle after every use. And we all know that's okay if you use it once a week or once a month or you're a fair weather rider. But if you're using the bike every day, like myself, it's not possible to wash and clean it every day. So we'll go through a little bit of anti-corrosion that you can apply to it after you've washed and cleaned it on a weekly basis. And obviously after you've washed and cleaned it as well, maybe lubricate some moving parts, and I'll show you where to go from there. So cleaning the bike, we use a traffic film remover. There's lots of different types on the market. We tend to use this on our model and our bikes and second hands. It works very well. Just apply it, very straightforward, with a spray, and then rinse it off with hot soapy water. Again, you don't really need to use pressure washers. You can just use a hose pipe or a bucket of water. Obviously you dry the bike after that. You can use any type of drying materials and cloths. I like the microfiber cloths, they're like towels, they dry the bike real well. If you're storing the bike, make sure that you do dry it and store it away. But then obviously if you're using it every day, as I say, weekly, we'll be applying an anti-corrosion. Again, there's lots of different things on the market, from ACF 50s, which are again a spray, and also I have used the Scott oil before. A little bit more messy, you have to be a bit careful with it over the discs, applying it around the tyres, but it works very well. Right, so using the anti-corrosion formula, when you're applying it to the bike, it is, as I said before, in the spray form. So you spray it on the bike, spray it around the wheels, try and keep it away from the disc area and the brake area. It can be applied, if you read on the instructions, this one can be applied to the engine, crankcases, swing arm, near the chain and sprockets, obviously on the rear wheels and on the plastics. It's very good for all that, and under the mudguard. Perhaps keep it away from the exhaust because it'll probably just burn off. Keep it away from your footrests and obviously your controls. Once you've applied it, what I suggest that you do is you go around with the old oily rag trick and just wipe around excess residue if you don't want it all running off the bike. You just want it to be on the bike and protecting it ready for the next weekly wash, and it'll be a lot easier to wash next time. Okay, so also after you've applied anti-corrosion formulas, what I like to do is lubricate some of the moving parts on the bike. Now even if you haven't got a chain-driven bike, the chain lube is good for this. It's not a penetrating oil, it's not there to clean any grease away. It comes out in liquid form and dries like a good clear grease. So we can show you on this model, so when I say moving parts, I mean things like on the clutch lever pivot points, we'd spray it in there and obviously just wipe away the excess with a rag. You've got your side stand, you would like it on the pivot point there, because remember, if you washed it with a traffic film remover, you washed all of it away from when it was done in the service. We get a lot of bikes coming for the service quite often, and these things are so dry because you've washed them, you're trying to look after your bike, you're forgetting to lubricate them again. So lubricate these moving parts, even the adjusters for when you're adjusting the chain, and then obviously very important that you lubricate and adjust the chain too. We'll go through that a bit more in detail. Round towards the brake lever pivot point, and here, let's lubricate around there. And also if you've got like a rear cable operated brake, that may want adjusting, lubricating. And the rear foot pegs as well. This one doesn't have flip up front ones. Right. Yep. Also with lubrication, we need to lubricate the chain. It's very important that we do that, especially after we've washed it. Now, what I always say with the chain is if you touch the chain and you don't get oil on your hands, it needs more oil on it. Chain creates a lot of friction, and metal to metal, and so you need to make sure that you put lots of chain lube on it, and I'll show you the correct way to apply it now. On a chain, most modern bikes now are O-ring chains, and the reason they put O-rings in there is to store oil and reduce the amount of friction as well in the chain and sprockets when they're coming into contact. You also have a smaller sprocket on the motorcycle, which a lot of people forget about. So the more oil we put on that chain, the more oil it will lubricate that sprocket as well. Okay, so what I'd like to say to you is if you mark a point on the chain, which I've previously done there, or the manufacturer has, and then lubricate them on the inside, just nice, do as many as you can, and then move the rear wheel. It's good to have the bike on a main stand or a paddock stand, whichever you prefer to do this. If you haven't got any stands, you need to get one, otherwise you'll be trying to do this along the driveway. Run out of drive. Right, okay. So, okay, and then obviously along the rear as well. Just in there you can see the O-rings. That's where you want to apply it. Just there. You don't have to go too mad. All the way across. Right, so you've done the inner part of the chain, the outer part of the chain as well. Okay. And that's it for lubrication and looking after your motorcycle. We'll go on with the next video for daily checks and adjustment of the chain. Thank you.